Okay. Completely cleared. Roads, lighting, roads, lights, trees, stop signs. Okay. By the way, I am streaming on YouTube. Um, I should. Wow, you got here quick. Okay, I won't be able to do the trees until you get back then. Fix all this. Do, 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 do. The heck, bro? How do I have a dog over here? I thought all my dogs were at the vice president's house. And hopefully try to do this quick so that we can try to build some of the trees. We're gonna wait until the president gets back to do the structure block command for it. Okay. For everyone tuning in, I am looking at like the chat, so don't worry that I won't see your comments. I am paying attention. I'm like multitasking, but I am paying attention, so don't worry. But I'm thinking that since most of these lights are these guys, I think the rest of the town should kind of match the vibe there. I'm gonna try to match these up as best as we can. See, like these are all dark oak. I think dark oak looks a little bit better than your typical. We are allowed. We're gonna try to match these up. I'm thinking that if I put, no clue what the hell that is. Because we don't want to put too many lights in. I'm thinking that we kind of just space them out a little bit. And I think it would look a little bit better. You know, we kind of space them out, like instead of a bunch here, throw in one maybe like right here. You know, so then we kind of space them out a little bit so it looks a little bit better. You know, because you don't want to like over flood your streets with too many lights. So I'm thinking with specifically these, we kind of just go specifically the corners, and then we just try to find like a middle point, which would be about right here. You know, that way it's kind of spread out and it doesn't look like it's just all kind of bunched up into one place. You know, treat this like a Bob Ross video. You know, happy little mistakes. See, I think this is good, but I want to try to make the lights stay off of the streets. So if we were to match these up here, we go here, here, go here, fix that. See, this one goes right in front of a house. So I think in this instance, we wouldn't do that in front of a house. Since it's a player's house. I don't know. I feel like this would look a lot better if I switched to kind of something like this. Like I feel like it'd look a lot more kind of cleaner. So I might do that real quick. It might take me a little bit longer. I'm thinking what I should do is I should do the roads first and then try to go attack the um, sorry, I totally lost my train of thought. I'm thinking I do the roads first and then I attack the lights afterwards. Where are these shroom lights? Okay, there they are. Then we grab this. So like I say that if we do something like this, so like to me I just think that looks generally more cleaner. than the other lights. I mean, it takes like 2 seconds to like polish them up too. So we'll just do this real quick. And I just think that generally just looks a little bit nicer. Kind of fancies it up a little bit without putting kind of too much effort in, because we're kind of on the race against the clock here. So I think this would be the better way to approach it. That way it just kind of stands out. Doesn't really blend into the stone too much. Kind of gives it that little extra life that, you know, I feel like these streets need. In my opinion, that's what I would do. I'm going to try to match this up here. Bam. We're just going to try to get this central park here as the baseline so that we can go fill in those roads that we haven't filled in yet, and then we can just come back and polish up all the city lamps and stuff. The goal is to try to get this done before the president comes back from work. So that is my goal. So far, we got this little town central. I think there's a little bit more lights on this side than there is the other side. I mean, I could move this light to be more square with this one over here. Grab that. That way it just kind of stays a little bit more uniform. So we move this one, I think right here. Because like I said, I'm not trying to overdo it with light because, you know, in an actual city, I mean, there is light, but it's not like there's an abundance of light, even if you notice, like, if you guys get what I mean, you know? Like, there is light, but there's not, like, so, it's not, like, everywhere. It's not all over the place kind of stuff, you know what I mean? Like this. This has got to go. Now, I know what you guys might be thinking right now is like, why the heck is he destroying this road, you know? When he's like trying to build roads, he's over here destroying this road. Because this road is not supposed to be here. It's not supposed to exist according to our new like city map plan. Um, I mean, like technically, like I'm just the acting mayor. Should I just? Oh. I'm gonna keep this here because I feel like it's kind of like borderline, like a property marker almost. So. You know, I gotta say, sometimes these villagers just get really, really pesky with them jumping all over the place. Because then I have to come back and either punch them to get them out of these holes. So we're gonna fix this real quick. So as you can clearly see, like, this entire road is already kind of messed up. This house has to be destroyed. And like this still needs to be filled in over there. Um, I'm literally just gonna like destroy that house in survival because it would take me too long, and I feel like that would be kind of a breach of what we agreed upon. So right now, let me see if I can pull up a map. Well, there's like a sheet, like a little piece chunk of it. Um, so basically, we have Jamestown here. Pretty nice, not too bad, not too shabby. Um, right now, we have combined these two cities to make up one city, and that's what we're kind of working on. So, I mean, there's a couple roads back there that I know that definitely need to be built. But like, for example, like this right here needs to go because it's actually not a road. Sorry if you guys hear the dogs. It is my bad. It's kind of a sorry, not sorry kind of a deal. We got to deal with it today. Not too bad though. So this right here, we have a sidewalk that doesn't need to be there, so we're gonna get rid of that. I got some weird cage here, so I'm gonna grab this. So we got this, that goes here. Cool. This disappears. This becomes a nice little intersection. So that's where the intersection is supposed to be. So you don't have this. So far pretty good. So that's how that road is supposed to be. Like this used to be a road right here, but it doesn't exist anymore. So we are taking it out. I simply don't have the time because I'm on the clock. I think I might have the time to do it real quick. But like I said, we're trying to kind of get the most things done before we have to, before the president gets back on. So I'm trying to keep things that take too much time kind of short. I'm trying to keep things not lengthy. I'm repairing this sidewalk even though it's not supposed to be there. Well, I actually could keep the, we'll go back here and we'll label these out. So technically that's right there, there, right there. We can take this one out. So we're just going to go in here and mark these real quick. Kablooey. Okay, now that we have those marks, it makes it a little bit easier to kind of keep track of where all the lights are supposed to be. So that will make our lives a lot easier. Let's make this disappear real quick. I'd honestly rather just dig that out than sit there and try to carve it out. So another reason why we are taking out these roads is so that we can maximize more plots per road, if that makes sense for you guys. So that the more plots we have to fit on these roads, it's a lot easier to for players and people like that. It makes their lives a little bit easier so that we could have like a whole neighborhood instead of kind of a bunch of craziness, you know? Um, so that's the reason why we're getting rid of these roads. I'd really love to just kind of fill this in super quickly, but I can't. Was the villager? The villager tries to jump right back in the hole. See? These guys just see lower terrains and then they just get like super excited and they're like, yes, I must jump in the hole. Just trying to fill this in real quick. Like I said, guys, I'm just trying to fill this in super quickly so I can get back to road construction and stuff. Because I don't want to waste too much time, because I'd rather throw in trees and spend my time making like custom trees and cool like street lights. I'm trying to fill in these plots, you know. But honestly, the backside is literally just me filling out those roads. Then I think they're all pretty much already carved out for me. So that's why like majority of this is kind of just filling in a little bit of these kind of plots with grass so that these are ready to go. Um, so that we can get these guys going. The city's been kind of like under kind of redevelopment as when the two cities merged. Um, they were kind of like in and out. So now we are trying to give these guys a little bit of a jump start. So we still got this road to fill in. I'm trying to fill in some of these grass divots so that it looks a little bit more nice. I think that's like a big portion of it. Like this house would have like would kind of have like a garage, so it'd be kind of cool. But like I said, we are just trying to fill in these. We're just trying to get these things going. So you do driveway. So right here, it would look like this. Now I can't fill in that driveway for them because it's past the sidewalk, but I can get them going like that. You know, so it's the small little things that I'm able to do, but like I said, we're gonna try to stay away from um, we're gonna try to stay away from trying to do too much because it's the little details that I'm gonna try to do at the end, and I think those are the crucial details that aren't really kind of needed at the moment. Because like I said, I really just want to get these like roads kind of filled in so that um, the like smaller stuff later on will be kind of easier to manage. For the next city leader, I'm not trying to be. Currently, I'm the vice president, and I'm the current, well, like acting mayor for the city. The president appointed me to it. So I'm just trying to get these guys going, and then hopefully someone kind of steps up and runs for mayor, and then they take over and just kind of pick up where I left off. Because, like I said, you know, I'm not trying to be mayor forever. I'm just trying to get these guys going so that they're off to a good start. And that was the whole point of like the bill. The bill is just to kind of get them going. So that's more or less just the goal right now. I'm gonna move this light to like right here. And I know it doesn't really match up as good, but we're not really trying to fill too many lights in front of properties. So I think that looks good so far. We're gonna get stairs. We're gonna fill in these little medians here. I don't know if this road is fixed. So like for example, like this road right here, this road's gotta get like it was some I already like filled in a little bit of it. There's still a bunch of destruction, like this parking lot's gotta go. There's a huge crater over here that has to be filled in. It's just the small little details that we're just I don't have necessarily the resources to do. Like this entire road right here has to be torn up and moved so that the road becomes something like this. And it kind of sucks because you could see that it already kind of the new sidewalk kind of cuts in, so these people don't really. I mean, nobody lives here. Nobody's living in these houses, but kind of sucks because they lose a little bit of piece of their front lawn. So that's the brutal part. So you take this, I'm going to drag it down this way. So we want that nice little porch entrance. Looks like villagers taking refuge here. So we got a garage, front door. Take that, front door, garage. This one's a 3, so we'll go with the 3. And then we drag it all the way down. And honestly, like, who knows? Like, maybe the next, maybe like the next mayor decides that they don't really like the vibe of the city plans that were drawn out. Hopefully these are empty. Okay. We're gonna throw that in there. So I don't know whose book that is. But I'm trying to get as much as I can done so that I can start putting in addresses and stuff for these guys. Because that'd be kind of nice. Bam. So now we pretty much just have the job of tearing up this half of the road. So we're gonna go bam. We don't want that there, so we'll go bam, 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 and then those can be moved. So we can go there, we can go here, and here. I don't think that's that bad. So we're gonna just tear this up. I know you guys are probably sitting there like, dude, that's a lot, And this is not too bad. It is not too bad at all. So that goes there. Tear out that. That goes there. And then we continue tearing this up. So, just like that, this is, excuse me, this is going to go like this. So, key point is this is already pretty much going to be covered. So, it's not like I have to sit here and like, no, 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 we need this, you know. We're just filling grass over the top of this. What I'm trying to do is I want to make sure that this is lined up. So, with that over there. So I think we'll do this right here. Yep. So that lines up. So we're going to use this old road, the road that we just tore up. And we're going to use it just kind of as a baseline of where we want to put a break in the median. So there's not going to be a crosswalk here. I mean, we could do just crosswalk. But that's not the format that I would do the crosswalks like. That's how I do the crosswalks. So, I mean, you could do a crosswalk, but like I said, like you see right here, like you have this weird break, and I kind of it just makes it look weird, so I just took them out. I mean, if people want to cross around the street, it's a residential neighborhood, you know? So, it's not really a huge biggie. Now, the question is would I want to keep that road? And the answer is probably not, because the highway's right there. So, I mean, we technically could, but I want to just keep it like the main roads only. And like since this is like a main road, you got that one, you got one down there. There's hypothetically like kind of no need for this road. So we're just gonna patch that in and fill her up. Don't be nasty. I know some of you were thinking of certain things, but that's not what we're trying to go for. Don't be nasty. So we're just gonna give this a semi-little fill here. That way, like if the building team for the city comes over here and they are tasked to fill this in, they know that clearly this is not a road. That's why I take the time and fill this in a little bit, so that if construction guy or somebody comes over here, they know that this is not a road. I might as well just kind of finish this. So, there you go. That's filled in. We can just get the building team to come in there and finish the rest. But it's just the most important thing was letting it be known that that street is no longer going to be there. And that's the reason why we took it out. So I'm going to drag this down here. We're going to go right there. It's 3 wide. So we're going to drag this down this way. And then bam, you have your median. So, pretty straightforward. So, for anyone that hasn't noticed yet, I have a very, very specific way. Like, I hate when there's like a white line right next to the sidewalk, you know? And it also saves white concrete. So that's why I do my sidewalks like this. So that it saves. We'll just do that real quick. But it saves white concrete. And it's, to me, that's a huge deal. Because you want to try to preserve materials as much as you can. So you can see I already labeled this out. So just like that. Say like I don't like this. Those are just small details. But yeah, you guys can kind of see, kind of get the picture of like, this is what I usually do my intersections. That's the way that I like them. That's the way I like it. Okay, we're gonna have to drag this out to about here. Just so that I can kind of get a running start going and just go all the way through. See, I'll start a little. See how these villages just absolutely kill the vibe for. I'm just like, yes, let me stand in the divots in the middle of the road so I can make this builder's life miserable. See? See what I mean? I'm telling you, they do that on purpose. I'm gonna take this out real quick. It'd save me a lot of time and energy if I just took that out real quick. So that way I have one continuous run with it. And bam. See, now you have. I still gotta take out this sidewalk deal going on here. I'm gonna just do this real quick. But hopefully everyone's having a good night so far. You guys are just barely tuning in. We are building some roads and infrastructure over here in Jamestown. Just like that. So now that we have this, we can get rid of these pesky little dudes. We still have to go back and fix those a little bit, but like I said, the key point is we're just trying to make sure that these roads are done and ready to go and ready for use. So we gotta fix this. Bam, just like that. Get rid of this. This could stay, but I don't like how they did the line there. So we're gonna fix that. I like to do this because I like how there's that like break in the intersection. So it's not just kind of like one continuous line. It drives me nuts. So you got bang, bang. You can throw that like that if you want. That's what I usually do. Just kind of my touch. That's what I like to do. So I'm going to run this through. So we got several driveways here, which kind of sucks. And trust me, I know what you guys are thinking. It'd probably be way faster if I just destroyed it and then went through it and then just replace the concrete back. I think this way it's still pretty efficient. It doesn't waste me any time. So that way, I'm going straight down to the boogie. Instead of horsing around. Keep things nice and swift. Excuse me. So just like that. Now this is fixed up. We don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need that. Need that there. Need that there. This house doesn't even have a garage, which is kind of tough. I really feel bad for the player that decides to stay there. So we got a 3 here. I'm thinking that we should probably do a 3 here as well. That way it's nice and set up. I think this is like a cafe. I don't know what it is. Someone else built it. But yeah. So I'm going to try to match this up on this side. I'm going to go move this one over here. That way it's not in the like right smack middle of the window. So we go here. Personally, I would move this one and over by one. So yeah, like I said, we're just trying to fill that in so that it is nice and pretty. Doesn't have to be symmetrical, but I'd like it to be symmetrical. So that one doesn't exist. This one goes here. This line goes through. This one actually lines up somehow, so that's kind of nice. Just with these small details, you can already see that like this is already starting to look a lot better. So we're gonna destroy this. This one matched up, which was kind of nice. This one's off by a little bit, so I'd rather move this one, just because it's kind of the same, low key. So that way that kind of matches up. So what we're going to try to do is we're going to try to do all the street lights and just go street by street horizontally going up. And I think that probably would be the fastest route to kind of approach this. If you guys have suggestions, I'm more than happy to hear them. So, install these real quick. What he's saying is I have like that song stuck in my head right now. The simply having a wonderful Christmas dawn. Don't know why, but it just randomly came into my head, and it's just been singing it on like repeat, nonstop. Oops, fix that real quick. That's good. So, just like that, bang, we got those roads in. Well, not roads in. We still have a lot of more roads to go. But lights are in, and the street already looks a whole ton better. I don't know what the hell this is. Yeah. I can destroy that sign because I was the one that made it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Just kidding. This road is staying, so we can do some minor repairs on it. So you can see how A lot of these roads are in rough shape. That's why I suggested this bill. Because I think majority of it, if you think about it in any city, I think more production happens when the infrastructure is kind of laid out. And it's a lot easier of a job to do it that way.